Hiya, City. I am. I'm just checking some content settings out before I nip over to TikTok. They've changed all the settings on here, so they've put all of the TikTok settings onto YouTube. So I'm having to find my way around them. Now, as far as I'm aware, Kevy Webby has gone out on the train somewhere. Anne Hughes, my traveller name is Hughes. Aye, back, Mum. They've changed it on here a lot, haven't they, since I was last on live? All of the TikTok things are there now that you can use. It's bloody weird. How are we all doing today? Hello, Roger. How are you doing, sweetheart? So I'm just having a look at them, trying to work them out. They have. They've really changed it, haven't they? Right, so that's lighting. That's green screen. That's to turn my camera on and off. I think that's to play a video. Let me have a look. No, that uploaded a 49-second short to my thing, so that's not what that is. Oh, so you can do Q&As and polls now. Polls, if you're in for a cockney. Polls. Yes, a bit strange. So, last night was a bit much, wasn't it? It was like watching two 14-year-olds fight over who's was next on the Xbox game. It was it was a lot, wasn't it? It was an awful lot. And then he forced Paul to go online and do a video stating that everything that Paul had said wasn't true, which Kev does. He did that the last couple of times. He's done the same with them. Yeah, so he's not on live yet. He's not doing anything. So I thought I'd add 10 minutes on here and make sure I get me... trying to work it out so I can come back live again. So I was thinking if I download some of my paranormal videos and stuff, I can pop them up using the video option. But the video option doesn't seem to be that, so... Oh, we're talking about... I was over on TikTok yesterday, and there's a guy that we follow, Batman. He's a little bit like... Do you remember UK Dogman? And he used to come on and he'd rant and he'd rave and... he'd threaten this and he'd bait that and he'd threaten to hurt. Like, he's like that, but he's from the UK. And he lives at home with his parent, just his father, who's 72. And to kind of relate, so I'll give you a little bit of context. Can you imagine going to your elderly parents' home and getting buckets of paint and throwing them up the walls and all over the curtains and filming it for content on your TikTok channel? To the point where the old man in the house is literally sat with his head in his hands crying. Now, you're probably thinking, this is some young teenager that's done this. This is the 47-year-old man. And he often attacks his siblings. It's just awful. It's just yeah, absolutely awful. It's awful. He opens his dad's mail. He monitors his father's phone calls. He monitors his brother's phone calls. If his brother goes on, it's the most coercive relationship you've ever heard of in your life. If his brother goes on a live stream, he will monitor his brother's chat. It's 1 GB. I don't know what that means, Andrew. I can't understand. You lost me there. My Erling syndrome's playing me up today. People keep sending me really long messages and I can't do them. I've never been able to do really long messages. And even when I say to people, please don't send me a really long message. Oh, thank you. It's not, honestly, it's not you. It's just, last night was a lot for me. I keep myself away from drama and people kicking off and all of those things. I don't involve myself in any of that. So when you're streaming and that starts happening, honestly, I nipped on for half an hour and I was on for 5 hours while it went on. He's screaming abuse and he's screaming abuse and he's saying he's done that and he's saying... It was mad. It was absolutely mad. And I thought, I've just finished work, so I thought I'm not going on yet. Yes, that's who I'm talking about. So last night, Andrew, he snapped again, went after his family members. I'll put a video up for you to see if I can find one you can see. But I would imagine for the old man, it's like living with two young teenage boys, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't allow the teenage boys to behave like that in the house, but you know. I'm live.
Do you know what I mean? There's 5 people that I've never...
I thought he'd gone live. Yeah, that's it. It took me right back to, you know, when you have a shit relationship, it took me right back to that. Let's see if I can show you him kicking off. Right, I'm going to show you how he manipulates his dad.
It's absolutely disgusting, mate. Absolutely disgusting.
Right, so to get content today, what he's done is, do you know when you get to a certain age, like me, they start to send you like things through the post that say, you know, would you like to book your own funeral now, or, you know, would you be interested in this life insurance because you're now over 50? So it's just a simple letter like that that's come. It happens all the time in the UK. It's just junk mail, as we call it. But to manipulate his dad, Kevin always opens his dad mail and everything. So he tells his dad that a troll sent it. You can hear the confusion in his father's voice, and he just keeps going. And it's not a letter off a troll. It's nothing like that. Right. Come on there for a sec. I'm just trying to work out how to turn my camera around. There we go, right. So I'm going to put him on. I'm giving you a warning now, right? The way he talks is awful. I didn't see it. I didn't manage to catch it. Is it? Right. It's a standard letter.
I'm not even going to say what that letter is. It's absolutely disgusting, mate.
It's a bit
quiet. What's going on, guys? What? I'm not even going to say what that letter is. It's absolutely disgusting, mate. Absolutely disgusting. You people on this app are sick and vile. You want to know what the letter is? You are sick. And it is that person, and I know it is. You are sick, mate. Disgusting, isn't it? What they've sent you? That someone's... This is...
That would be funny, Anne. That would be brilliant.
Who did that? Because they want to trigger me. What? Well, can you not see what that is? Things that they troll people, mate. Don't think so, Dad. Of course it is. No, Dad. It's specifically being done, Dad. They send these things out all the time. No, Dad. They do.
What's the gaslighting?
You get. Yeah, because they've probably registered you for it, Dad. What? They probably registered you on that. Who? No. Well, I don't think
Aye, man.
Well, that's disgusting.
He puts his amphet in that orange juice.
Well, I'll phone up the company then and tell them.
Do you hear how nervous his dad is?
I'll phone up the company and tell them to stop sending it. I'll phone up the company and tell them to stop sending it. Because it's wrong. It's nothing to do with what you think. Well, that's good. It's nothing to do with what you think. That's good. But...
Yeah, he's scared. He can't string a sentence together without stuttering.
Well, that's disgusting. Well, sorry, but they do that to people. I'm not phone them up and tell them it's just not. Most of them are scams anyway.
Number one, I wouldn't involve my father in it. It's not a bad letter. We all get them. But even if it was a bad letter of the worst kind, I wouldn't involve my father in it. I wouldn't tell him. I wouldn't upset him. So he's trashed his house so much that his father's sat and cried. He won't come out of his bedroom because Kevin live streams from upstairs in his bedroom. He's in his dad's back room, or he live streams downstairs in the hallway. And most people in the 70s don't want to be on live streams, and he's begged him over and over again not to put him on the lives, and he does. And it's the same with his brother. His brother has got a serious ice problem and has never gone online. And because people won't battle Kevin now on TikTok, because that's the thing, everybody battles on TikTok, you know, it's what they do. I know exactly where he is, Andrew. And believe me, people have tried with him. Yeah, they have tried. Numerous people have tried. What we're trying to do is get his account off TikTok, because his account on TikTok affects his entire family. He will tell you private, personal business of his mother's, his father's, his brother's. So, because nobody would battle him and nobody would talk to him and nobody wants to be around him, he forced his brother with a problem online, right? And he did that simply for likes, so that he could what was that page last night? He forced him online, but kept the entire control. So he takes half of the money that comes in, he monitors the chat, he's in there as a mod, so basically runs his brother's life. And because his brother's become more popular, he's now started telling people his brother's secrets. Try in a kind of, do you get what I mean? In a kind of like, I'm better than him kind of thing. So last night was awful. He literally went for his brother. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I think it's on that one. This one, right. Now, I'm giving you a trigger warning. This is bad. They're shouting at each other. They're screaming at each other. It's bad. But what he's doing is, his brother has an ice problem. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. They're not kids, though. That's the thing, Batman. You see, he's 47 and his brother's 38. So they're grown-ups. Yeah. But this is, can you imagine living with this as an elderly person? It's so bad, his father has to take his hearing aids out all of the time.
That's what you're getting. And he won't stop doing it. Yeah, so jealous of you, Paul. Yeah. I'm so jealous. I want to be like you, Paul. Yeah, I want to be like you and act like you act. And make me and Dad really scared, yeah.
Okie dokie. It's only about 2 minutes.
Yeah. I want to do it and make me and Dad really scared. Make me and Dad fun.
He is, just like a child.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of that. You know what I mean? Doesn't happen anymore, mate. It won't be happening. Huh? It won't. Are you trying to incite people process with this? Wow.
You got to see the state of the house. It's bad. Minging. No cupboard doors. We've tried everything, Batman. We've tried everything. People have been trying for 5 years to get him off. Right, I'm turning it off now. Even I've had enough. That's what you get. You get that daily, every day. And it's like that 24/7. He comes on at 8 in the morning and he'll be on till like 12, 1 in the morning. People have tried for years and years and years to get him offline. It gets even better. While he's living at his dad's house, he's telling the UK government that he's too ill to work. So he gets full UK benefits, right? So the house is free. He gets money every month off the government. Well, he did. And then we found out that he'd made £47,000 last year on TikTok and never declared it. He's never declared any of his TikTok earnings for the last 5 years. So finally, the government have caught up with him. So all of his karma is coming. Yeah. They worked out what he's doing. TikTok are aware of him, but up to now, the account's still up. He has had one of his accounts taken down for 3 days. And last week, he had an account taken down for a week. So it is slowly starting to happen. The problem we have is he has so many trolls, as you can understand, because you know what it's like when it kicks off on here. All of his trolls will then go over to his brother's account because they know that it winds him up and makes him flip out, right? So they do it to get a reaction. But they will also phone 999 all the time. So they phone the police to the house all the time. So obviously when a real call comes in, the police now don't bother attending. So that's what the trolls have done. As people try and like get him off the app, because honestly, if he's out of the house, his dad's perfectly fine. Yeah, because they have what, I don't know what you call it in America, but in the UK it's called social housing. So he doesn't own the house. What we would call the council own the house. So it's like a landlord, but social housing. So people on low incomes. Is it like Section 8? So they're in that kind of home. So once Kevin was removed, they would come in and fix the home up for his dad. Yeah, they would do, because they have a duty of care to make it safe for him. And I'm going to be honest, I've had a family member in touch with me for weeks on end, but they've done nothing. They've done absolutely nothing. They've sat on live streams and they've gossiped and, you know, they've told us this bit and they've told other people that, but they haven't actually done anything. So yesterday I fronted him and I said to him, like, why do you expect people on TikTok to solve this problem for you? How many members of the family are there? How many other siblings does Kevin have? Kevin clearly has a mother. Why isn't she there saying, what the hell are you doing acting like this in your father's house? And I said, the simplest solution to this is to remove the Wi-Fi from the property. The dad doesn't use the Wi-Fi. He has one mobile phone and Kevin's taken that, so he's got no access to the outside world now. Isn't that sad? No access to the outside world, unless he goes through his son's phone so his son can monitor all of his content, his comments. The post comes to the house, Kevin takes the post and reads it first. The thing is, Andrew, right, I think his dad would probably be happier staying in the home without him there. Yeah, because every now and again, he is a mule. I'm going to put it like that. So he builds up a debt and then he has to pay that debt off. So he will go to Spain or Gran Canaria for 24 hours and come back with money. And the other month, he went for weeks on end. And honestly, his father and his brother said it was the best time he'd ever had in the house. So for me, I know that he's flying out on Friday. And because last time we let them know when he was coming back from Spain. But he doesn't bring it out. He takes it in, picks the money up and comes home. So a little birdie contacted Customs and Excise this morning and said to him that this is where he normally flies out from. He's bought a ticket. This is what he does. Can you stop him on the way through Customs? No, not the old man. The lad. The old man's completely innocent. He doesn't do anything. He very rare. He doesn't come out of his room and shout. Kevin goes and finds him. His dad stays in that room all day. You don't see him come out to make a cup of tea. You don't rarely see him come out. He puts a microwave meal in the microwave and Kevin will shout at him and tell him to hurry up because he's filming. He goes live, like, you know those live streamers who do it 24/7. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? There is definitely light at the end of the tunnel. And there's hundreds of people who've done similar things as me this week. So there's one girl who's completely in touch with, we have what we call in the UK, like a safety management team. So the police or social services can upgrade it to the safeguarding team. And that's what's happened. Yeah, I will make myself a target, but I don't care. I'm not bothered. I'd face him on, I've asked him. I said to him, I literally, like, come in a live stream with me. I'll turn my comments off. And the only stipulation I have is you can't put me on mute. And he won't do it. He's terrified of me. He has me blocked on everything, right? He has me blocked on everything. But what I do is, because he has everyone else blocked on everything, I film his live stream. So when he's on live, I stick my phone in front of the laptop and I film him so people know what he is. So he hates me. He won't do anything to me. He won't do anything to me. Yeah, he's just a mad ass. And what he'll do this afternoon is, this is what he does. This is his job on TikTok. Do you remember when you were like 13 or 14 and you used to have like a massive, I don't know what we would even call them now, a boom box. And they used to have batteries about that big and you needed 500 of them. Yeah, I mean, you can join the BBR group, Will. There's another group called Woodroost of the UK, but honestly, I retired from that about 6 months ago, so I'm not really on the scene at the moment anymore. I'm covering other things. It's the human demons I'm going after at this point. It's just madness. It's completely madness, you know, the stuff that gets done. But it is to the point now where all the services are involved, so things are actually happening. We can see an improvement. So what he does is he gets his massive boom box and he goes to stands outside Harrods or the train station or anywhere really, and he dances. Somebody asked me a question about and it threw me. They asking me a question about cryptozoology, and I'm not talking about cryptozoology. It proper threw me. I lost me thread then. Yeah. But yeah, he just stands there singing and dancing, and then the police come and move him on. So he goes home in a bad mood and starts smashing the house up. And that's gone on for 6 years. 6 whole years. So hopefully 2026 is the end of that. Right, I'll pull up some cryptid groups for you. I'm not really a member of any other people's groups in all this, I'm going to be honest. And I was closing my group down. But Mike Wright's running it for me now. Let me see if I can get it up. One moment. Where's my Facebook gone? I do not know. I'll put it in a search engine. That'll do it, won't it? Honestly, I can't think of any at the moment because I'm not a member of groups. I think it might be better if you go into my group and ask in there. I think people will tell you that the ones that they go. I've not threw the towel in. I don't get a break from it, Andrew. I don't get, it's 24/7. Even when I come on here and I'm talking about my family, people start battering me inbox with messages or asking me questions about the other day I was talking about my mother-in-law passing away and people were asking me questions about cryptozoology. It's too much. It's all anybody expects me to do. They think I eat, sleep, and it's not. It's like you try getting 250 messages overnight, every night, with people telling you how awful you are and how much they hate you and how much you shouldn't be on the scene and how this person's better than you. And it's horrible. It's a horrible situation to be in. And I was in it for 40 years. You know, and I need a break from it. I need a break from talking about Bigfoot and cryptids all of the time. It's not fair on me, in all honesty. I'm not allowed any balance. I'm not allowed to discuss anything that isn't cryptid or paranormal. It's like, you know what it's like, Batman, don't you? Batman, you've been there. You've been there. And it was like, it was a constant everyday onslaught. And for what? Because I'm online and I talk about cryptozoology. 99% of the people who were doing it were just trolls anyway. And it's like, I'm trying to help people as much as I can. And all I'm getting is backlash for it. And it's like, so it was a combination of like making me feel really trapped. And I just had enough. I was just like, no, I'm done. I'm done. I was sick. I was so sick I couldn't move. I had a broken bone in my shoulder. And people were still going on at me because I wasn't doing live streams. And like, why haven't you been live and stuff? Because I'm fucking got a broken bone in my arm, man. What do you want from me? How much more do you need from me? You know, and it was like, it had got to the point for me where I was waking up in the morning and I was dreading it. I was literally dreading working that day, and I don't want that in my life. I don't want that in my life at all. And even now, I've been away for 6, 7 months, and it's still happening. I still get ripped to shit for being a traveller. I still get ripped to shit for being a woman. They say I steal things. They say I'm violent. They just say all these awful things about me. And I think, well, why am I bothering? Why am I bothering? But why am I putting myself through this, you know? Just to put up with it all of the time. And I don't want to talk about, why would I want to? It's like if you work in an ice cream shop, you don't want to take your time off and eat ice cream and talk about ice cream and make ice cream, and people never expect anything else apart from ice cream from you. It becomes too much. And it's just, I don't want to be, I don't want that in my life. I don't want that in my life. I just don't. And I'm really good at making boundaries now, I'm old. And my boundary is, I'm not doing it. I've not backed TV series. I've not backed, God, I don't know how many conferences. How many conferences I've not backed, I don't know. And it's just ridiculous. So like if I fall out with someone in 2018, they make a YouTube channel and just do nasty things about me for like 7 years. I don't want to be in that industry. I don't want to be. All I get is AI images that are clearly AI. And people are touting him in the groups, and, you know, and people are believing it. And I'm sick of seeing it. It's just like, please, just give me a few months where I don't have to talk about cryptids, and I might come back to the subject. But honestly, as it stands, every time I do a live stream, no matter where I go, someone will talk to me about cryptids. And honestly, it's just, they've made it not my passion though, Will. It's not my passion now. It's not, because people lie to you. They send you sighting reports in that are wrote by ChatGPT. You know, it's all the time. I'm sick of it. I'm like, it's just, there's no common sense anymore in the industry. There's no debunking done anymore in the industry. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Hiya, Bob. And like with the world the way it is at the moment, I've always, on the side, when I've not been on YouTube, I've always, I'm okay, Joe. I've always helped people track down other kinds of monsters, the ones that hurt children. And I've been doing a lot of that work as well over the years. And when you start to balance the subjects up, it's like, there's so many human monsters that I need to take down. I just want some time off to do that. So that's what I'm working through at the moment, is like getting rid of some real human monsters that play on my mind. And then you're like, right, let's get rid of them. It's like, there's loads of little petty things that annoy me. It's like the group that go after me, and have gone after me since 2021, right? I never mention them. Never go over there, never go to the, I don't even know if they live stream anymore. I don't even know if the video, I don't know anything about them. And yet she is still watching, and he's probably watching now, every single video and live stream I do. And how do I know? Because she made a mistake. She left a comment on my live stream thinking she was on somebody else's. And I thought, I haven't fucking thought about you since 2021, and here you are again. I don't want energy like that around me. I don't want energy like that around me at any point. And why would I? I'd be a fool to engage with that, wouldn't I? You know, and so I thought, well, I need to take some time out and take some time for myself. And I'm not going to apologise for that in any way, shape or form. Because if I don't, I haven't got balance in my life, have I? If I'm just here as a whipping boy all the time, 24/7. And then it got to the point where people were just physically and mentally attacking my husband. And my husband's never been online, never done social media, never interfered in anything I've ever done, never had a go at anybody. And when they did that, I just thought, right, fuck you, I'm out. And so that's what I thought, no, I'm out. If you've gone that low, that you're going for him and he's never done anything, and he has literally put his life on hold so many times for BBR and the subjects, but even that's not good enough now. So it's like, well, then, you know, you've not got it, have you? You wanted me gone, I've gone. I hope you're happy for it, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm not I haven't had a night terror from leaving. Because I'm not surrounding myself with like the paranormal all of the time. I've actually managed to get some sleep at the night, and I've not ever been able to sleep. So that's been really important to me. And I don't mind. I said on Sunday when I came home, we had a really good live stream on Sunday. We talked a bit about the paranormal, but not really. We were talking about things that we liked from being kids, and you know, where we were going on holiday and things like that. And it was really refreshing. It was really refreshing, and that's why I come on today. I thought I'll nip on today, you know, see how it and it's nice. It's nice to just come on and talk, you know, and maybe, you know, just ask questions and I'll answer them, kind of thing. It's really hard to do. That's what it is, Will, innit? It's like, if you're not sleeping at night, I was in so much pain with this bone. So inside my collarbone, in there, I don't even know what it's called now, that bit. I had a spur, and this, I've had it like that for months, and when I had the car accident, it's chipped my bone. So they had me on really strong painkillers, like really strong painkillers. I couldn't get out of the bed, so I thought, I can't live stream like this. I couldn't hold a thought in my head. I can't do an investigation, you know, none of that. I wasn't at my best. And it got worse. It just got worse and worse and worse. Fortunately, I'm on the mend now, so I feel a lot better. And then my mum-in-law got poorly and she passed away. So obviously family commitments were far more important than them. I have found a sweetheart. So at the minute, it's just, I've just been catching my breath, reevaluating. I've not taken on any cases or anything. I'm not burdening myself with anything. So I'm going to wait till it gets warmer and I can get outside and, you know, start walking again and get fitter. And then see where I am in the summer. You know, in the late spring, maybe summer, I might want to do... there's a few people have made videos, paranormal videos and like cryptid videos. And they've made them and they want me to show them on the channel. Well, this is an ideal time for me to do it. Especially with the new option now where I can literally play you a video. So I can bring them over, we can be on the live, we can talk, and I can play the video and then we can critique it, kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to doing that. But it just threw me when you asked me about groups. I thought, I can't think. Because I'm not in groups myself, I can't think of any. I'm useless when it comes to it. Yeah, that's what it is. It's my rotor cuff. So, and it, do you know this ligament that runs down? It tore my ligament, so my muscle fell. So it was the same thing that happened to my leg last year, happened to my arm this year. And it was a bit too much. It was like, I've got all that damage on that side, and I can't use my hand on this side, I can't use this hand, and now my shoulder's gone. It was just like, I don't know, it gets a bit much, doesn't it? I'm great with pain, but I don't care who you are if you live with pain. When you get a new pain, it's like, I cannot catch a break. These damn fucking bones of mine. So I'm going to spend the next 12 months just getting fitter, you know. But I've done the physio for her. I'm on the other side of it. I'm on the injections. It's feeling better. I've got more movement in it again now. My muscles settled. So they wanted me to wait until, obviously, my calf muscle and my arm muscle had settled and were better. And now I can start physical exercise. So since last week, I've been physically exercising again. So yeah, it's just a process of that, innit? Yeah, living with the pain and kind of getting through it. And wanting to be there for Mark, because obviously his mum passed away and it was a shock. It wasn't something we could prepare ourselves for or anything like that. It was, she was here 1 minute and the next she was gone. So, and that was only December. So he's had a lot on his plate. It's his birthday next week. So I'm hoping, I think we're going to go away for a couple of days into countryside. It is like, you feel like you're invincible, don't you? And then eventually your body just goes, no, you have to stop and you have to rest. Or I'm probably dicing with, you know, I have a bone condition, and they reckon if I break a bone, like a serious break on my bone, I've only got 25% of chance of not passing away, because he said that the air in my bone will go up to my brain or something. I don't know what it was, but it was like, basically, it was like, no, you've got to be really careful. They're so fragile now that if I fall or I have a bang, and that scared me. So, like, I'm not used to being scared. So then it was like, I didn't want to move. I was so scared that if I did something wrong, so I've not arse rolled or anything. I was just like, yeah, it was scary. So it's like, I'm really worried. So they did me fracs again this year, and it's 45, so it's gone up. And it's gone up by 20. And my sugar levels have come right down. So I'm fitter now than I've been for quite some time. So I needed, that was the bit I'm getting to. I really needed those last 7 months to do that. Because it's like the work that goes on in the background just to bring a Saturday premiere takes me from Monday morning probably till about Thursday evening just to put that hour together. And then if I'm doing a live stream, it's kind of similar. It takes about 2 days to get all the info together to do it. So just doing it like this is much easier for me. Let's sit into it, Andrew. That's where he is. That's where he is with it. You know, Mark, he's very quiet, you know, and he's even more quieter these days. But we're doing okay. Every day it gets a little bit easier. And every day, you know, I'm settling into like my new diet and my exercise routine. I'm not up till 11, 12 o'clock at night talking to people on phone or, you know, doing interviews in Russia or running around for some TV show. I'm just doing what I want at the moment. And that's what I work so hard so that I could get to a point like this. You know, nobody wants to work until they're 90, do they? And I think that's the plan. I think I'm just gonna turn you away just so I can have a fag. Because I don't know. Crikey, I didn't mean to throw you down the road, did you? Look at me, Gustav Klimt, for a minute while I have a fag. This is my next one, right? I've signed up. I'm going to the no smoking clinic at the end of the week. I gave it up last year for 8 months. And then I was in so much pain, I started again. That's it, Katie. That's what kind of where I am. It's like I'm killing myself working. I'm being self-employed. It's like I'd rather be skint. I'd rather be absolutely skint, yeah, than killing myself to earn it. So it's just like, no, I need a breather. I need to get better. Do you know, he knows that. He does know that, but it doesn't matter, does it? People can tell you. He's working through it, though. I'm so proud of him. And his sister's amazing. She did so much, you know. And honestly, her funeral was lovely. It was like a celebration of her life. Mark's mum had a cracking sense of humour. She was known for a sense of humour. She was funny. Tiny little woman. Tiny, tiny little thing. She was about 4'11". Weighed about 4 stone. She was so small. But she ruled a war with an iron rod. You know? And I said to him, it's okay, love. It's okay to feel like that. You're supposed to feel sad and angry and all the emotions that you go through because you loved her. And, you know, you loved her for 52 years and she's your mum. You just... whatever it is you feel you need to do, then that's what we'll do. So yeah, I think we're going to go away, even if we only go overnight. And we go to Shepherd's Hut again. I think I've actually got a picture of the Shepherd's Hut to show you, because people on TikTok wanted to see. They said to me, "Where'd you go when you go away, Deb? Do you do like 5-star hotel?" I was like, no, I do not. If it's not in my TP tent, I like a Shepherd's Hut. And there's one on the farm that we like to go to, right? It's 60 quid, that's all it is. So even if we went in pub, we'd spend more than that, wouldn't we? But I'll show you what it looks like. It's so, I don't know what you'd call it. It's so calming, I think. Right, what's green screen? Is it that? Right, yeah, I might be able to. And it's just in the countryside. But that's the view out the door. So it's like a shepherd's hut. So there's nothing in there. There's a cast iron fire. I don't think I've got pictures on it. Cast iron fire place. Little bed. Double bed. It's really comfortable. But it's like going back in time. Do you get what I mean? No, I must have dumped my photos on. That's what you do, innit? You get rid of all your images. But oh, it's so nice. So there's nobody up there. I don't have my tent, Andrew. I might have a picture of my tent. 1 second. The tent's set up so that we could get the wheelchair in it, and Roy can get in and out. It's really big. It's like a Hang on, let me go in here. Oh, minute. I didn't realise I had another button I could click. Right, so there's my tent set up. We even get the bed in. Yeah, you get a massive bed in. You can... That's us at Snowdon. Let me do it that way so you can see it better. We're in Mount Snowdon on that one. I need to get me off the cameras. There you go. So that's when that was looking out of the tent. We have, you know what we're like. That's so is Snowdon. You just see the bit of the tent there, can't you? But that's where we're happiest. So I think that's what we're going to do on his birthday. I think we're going to go and stay overnight. All that you see up there is bats, owls, horses, sheep. It's quiet. There's no internet. Oh, I get what you mean, Andrew. Well, the last time I stayed there, that was part of me walking away because I don't know what something hit the side of that shed and I don't know what that was. And we couldn't bunk it. We couldn't debunk it in any way, shape or form. And it scared me. It pounded off the side of the thing and the dog was frightened. Even he was frightened. And it gave me a bit of a start and we've not really gone back there since. We've car camped a couple of times and I've been okay. But it took me right back to that scary moment when I was out of control and I couldn't work out what it was that had done it. Do you get what I mean? It really spooked me. So it's all the combination of that and the night terrors are getting, so it's like 5, 6, 7 times a night. I couldn't stand it. And as soon as I it's up on, Paul, it's up on, near Oldcombe. You can see Oldcombe Hill from it. So it's like Rossendale area up on the moors. So there's some really nice dog walks along the river that we were able to take Roy on. And lots of lovely walking on the moors. Really, really nice. It is really, really nice. And it's called the Old Farm Cottage. So it was the old, I think it was like, I don't know, it was not much bigger than a shed. Not much bigger than a shed. The Old Farm Office it's called. And it's just lovely. It's just a really nice place to be. And you don't get a lot of tourists up there, which is great. So now if we go up, if we're at home, I'm sure. If we are at home and we go up Winter Hill, if you go in the daytime now, or if you go anytime really, decent, you won't be able to park your car, you can't walk around, there's just millions and millions and millions of people up there, right? So for some reason, they've put there's a snack bit where you can go and get a cup of tea and a bit of cup of coffee. There's hundreds of people there all of the time now. All of the time. And you can't get any peace from it. So me and Mark go up when it's, we went up Christmas Day. Went up Christmas Eve, stayed overnight. So Christmas Day, it was lovely. We had our Christmas dinner up there and everything. It was gorgeous. And then we go up about, as soon as it gets dark up there, gets to dusk, everyone leaves. So that's where we go. We go up, there's no one about anywhere. It's lovely. And sometimes we just sit there and just sit there and watch the world go by, really. You can see all the way across to Wales. So for Botmom, I'm in England, up at the top, and I can see all the way across to the next country, which is Wales. Yeah. And you can watch the weather coming. I'll show you some of the images I've got. 1 second. These are just in there anyway. I need to go in there. Just get my images out. So some of the houses around there are probably 14th century, 15th century. So people come from all over to visit and walk the dogs and, you know, get out and have a fag. And we just sit there and watch it. It's lovely. I don't know what it was outside that shed. I've no idea. I've no idea. What I did was we went for 3 days. So on the first day, I went to every place where there was a sighting, and the reason I picked it was because it was central to, like, we were here and the sighting reports were here, and I knew that the river went that way and that way. So the first day we chased the river walk. Nothing, not a problem at the night, beautiful. Not a sound, nothing around. So the shepherd's hut's got deer fencing around it. And I'd say it was probably 8 feet high, something like that, on 3 corners. And we saw deer up there, and we saw obviously these horses, sheep, llamas, all manner of things. And the grass was really high because it was late summer. So when it happened on the second night. We'd walked the river the first night, and then kind of honed into where I needed to be. I worked the route out, and I was right, I've got it. I went for the choke point, as I always do. And we went to the choke point that afternoon, and the atmosphere changed like that, and I think I overstepped the mark. We went back, and I was trying to put it off and pretend everything was fine and all that. We had a lovely evening with the fire on, not a problem, nothing. And it got to about, I don't know, about 3 o'clock in the morning, and the entire shed just shook. So Mark's trying to calm me down, and he's saying, look, it's a branch that's come off the tree. It's just a widowmaker. And I was like, right, yeah, it will be just that. It'll just be that. It's just it. It was my dog's reaction. My dog didn't stand up and protect. He went under the quilt and started crying. And he doesn't do that. He's really protective of me. That frightened me. There's no electrics. I can't put a light on. And I'm thinking in my head, right, it's a boulder. It's a boulder that's rolled down the hill. Or it's a deer and it's not seen the shed in the dark, and it's hit the dark, hit the side of the shed kind of thing. And in my head, I'm thinking, right, I'll get up in the morning, I'll look, and there'll be tracks in the grass, and I'll be like, oh, thank God it's that. Right? That's all I've got to do. Or I'll look up, and there'll be an overhanging tree. There was no overhanging tree. There was not a trace of anything in that grass, and it was an entire field of grass. Nothing. There was no rock there. There was no piece of wood that had rolled out. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but it shook. It shook the entire building. Oh, I love Gustav Klimt. I do. I like his artwork. But yeah, it really shook the building, and it worried me. It really worried me. And for the first time, I was like, come on, we're packing up, we're going. And even Mark said it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right at all. So that's exactly what we did. We packed up and we left. No, of course I don't. No, I'm a very happily married woman. Why would I do that? Just move that. There's that side of it as well, the icky side. The midnight messages, the men who get me to speak to them by pretending that they've had a traumatic event so that they can do disgusting, horrible things on video. There's so much that comes with doing what I do. You would not believe it. It is. I mean, how many live streams do I do where they mention the size of my chest, or, I'm a polygamous. Yeah, it's awful. I had a person who I helped him greatly. I went out of my way to help him. And he sent me videos of humans and animals. And if you don't expect anybody would want to walk away from their job at that point, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they? And you just think it's not right. Just because I'm online, it doesn't give people the right to do that to me, or find out where I live, or say awful things about my husband or my grandchildren, or, it doesn't give anybody the right to do that. When I come online and I'm talking to people, I'm talking to them like they're my friend, and I wouldn't expect anyone to do that to me, but he did. He did. And he waited a really long time, and then he sent me a message on a different platform, because obviously I blocked him straight away. Another saying, I'm really sorry for being a twat. And I thought, oh, you were far worse than that. Far worse than that. And I just thought, it isn't right. It just isn't right that people feel that they can treat you like that because you're online and you do paranormal stuff. It's not like I'm in the industry. I'm mostly running around chasing werewolves and entities and ghosts and stuff. I've had far more trouble with humans than I've ever had with cryptids, let's put it that way. Yeah, when you think about it, that's weird, isn't it? It's a weird thing for me to say, but it's the truth. It's definitely the truth. It's just mental. They're just mental in the stuff that they do. But I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm going to keep popping back on when I feel like. I'm just having a nap and talking about what I want to talk about. I know what I get forced to talk about. I'm just enjoying it, having a nice day. I'm just going to put the light on. It's already dark here. What time are we on? It's spring and it'll get better every day, but we're already dark about 3 o'clock. It's 2 degrees out there, but a wet 2 degrees, you know, when it's cold and wet. So I nipped out this morning, got some work done. I wanted to finish a voiceover that I'd done, so I've done that. So my day's my own today. So I'm going to go on TikTok after tea, I think. Do some bit of a live stream on there. And then I'm going to treat myself. A bubbly bath and a bit of a panda. While I can, you know. You're right. You're so right there. You know, I say often when I'm on TikTok, if you know, if you're that, I'll engage with any troll, but you need to put your face on, just like me. You need to equally face me like I do, because you know, like they'll come at you and they'll have like no profile picture, and you'll go over and there'll be no videos or anything like that. So I always say, yeah, I'm more than happy to meet you on any platform, but you need to reveal your face before you do, because my face is always on camera. You know, you're not supposed to speak reality stuff like that to them. They don't like it, do they? So up to now, I've found like every troll I've had on TikTok, nothing compared to the YouTube trolls. They're far worse. So like, yeah, I just think over on TikTok, you need to put a bit more effort in. Expect far more from you than that, you know. But no, when I'm on YouTube, when I'm on TikTok, I can just talk about anything. And like, I can swear over there and I can't swear on here. Yeah. Look at me sticky bit. What's going on there? Let me get it. I think they call it baby hair now, don't they? I just call it me fluffies. Oh, I'd be lost without that hair gel. Aye, they are. That's what they do. And it just like... And then I remember I've got Mark and I've got Roy and I've got the kids, you know, and it's lovely. And I can go out that front door anytime I want and just go wherever I want and do whatever I want. And I also think that trolls must be pretty unhappy. Because, I mean, you've got to be, haven't you? To be sat trolling someone online, you've got to be unhappy. And I remember that. And I think, well, that's probably why I'm not trolling anyone online, because I'm happy. And if I do troll him, it's because he's ripped someone off. Like the guy I was going on about before, he's ripped off so many charities. Yeah, just exactly like that, Andrew. He's ripped off baby charities, he's ripped off homeless charities. I'd much rather be going after somebody like that and making sure that they were financially not in a position to continue to do that. They just entertain idiot trolls for no reason. You know, it's better to be out there stopping people, innit? I just think it is. I just think, you know, the world is a much better place if you think, no, that's not right, and you try and do something about it. It's like that mad... Do you remember that UK dog when he was mental in money? He was absolutely mental. And like when he... I'm not doxing in money, mate. Yeah, I'm not doxing him. You'll have to private message me for that one. But believe me, loads of people have tried. He's a massive grass. He just... A number of people have gone to his home. He won't leave the house, Andrew. He doesn't leave the house unless it's like he gets directly into an Uber. This is how many people... Nothing to do with me. I've only been on the scene for like 6-7 months. These people have been chasing him since he very first came on here, which was about 6 years ago on TikTok. And they tried everything, like everything. He will only dance like, I tell you how childish he is, right? Remember, this is a man in his late 40s. He's about to be 50. And he says things like, nobody will ever be as good as me. I did roly-polies down an hill in Cornwall and I had 1,000 people in my life. So wherever he goes and dances, people turn up and tell him exactly what he is. So he's now at the stage where he can't turn up and dance. He doesn't dance well, don't get me wrong. He dances terribly. I think he's still out there, Batman, somewhere. I really do. But yeah, so this guy, like, people come up to him now and tell him what they think of him, wherever he is in the country. So now he went to Liverpool, Andrew, right, on week before Christmas. As he walks out of Liverpool train station, there's a crowd there waiting for him. So he runs straight to the police officers. Oh, hello, darling. Straight to the police officers. So he goes and dances for about 20 minutes. And loads of lads, like roadmen lads, all black, with like black, you know what they like, with black balaclavas on, come up to him and start ripping the shit out of him. So he runs back to the hotel. He has to stay in an hotel overnight. So the next day, right, he decides to come to Manchester, where I live. And he's going to come to Manchester and he's not going to be, nobody's going to come out and tell him off. Nah, not, oh, yeah. So he comes to Manchester, right? He gets off the train station. There's loads of people waiting there for him again. So he does about half an hour's dancing. Oh, he's called Mr. UK TikTok Official. He does have a channel on here, but it's terrible. It's a terrible channel. He doesn't get any views. I'll show it if you want. So he goes to Manchester. He comes out. He's out half an hour. And a couple of young lads start hanging about. They don't do anything to him, but they start hanging about. That's enough. So he shouts for the police to come and save him, doesn't they? Which doesn't help him at all. So the police escort him back to the hotel. Next day, he decides to go out again and try it again. So he goes out, and he's out 40 minutes, something like that. And this massive guy guy's about 7.5 feet tall, built like a wall, comes out and starts talking to him. I'm just trying to find his channel for you so I can show you. Right? So, this giant, that's him. This giant moves him on, right? And he's crying and he's shouting his head off and he's like, this man's 8 foot tall and he's trying to get me and all this. Dad, Dad, he always shouts for his dad. So he goes back to the hotel. So he decides Manchester's not working for him, so he's going to go to Newcastle. He didn't even get out of the hotel in Newcastle. He's got 15 charges. Been brought in 15 times by the police. Yeah, so he didn't even get out of Newcastle because some guy come in and went, oh, non's like that in the hotel. He was crying his eyes out. The best one he's done, well, it's not the best one, but for us, he told people that he was going to be in a charity boxing match. Yeah, and he pulled out 2 minutes before the fight. So obviously he owes people money and everything, don't they? And so he's running scared at the minute. That's his channel. Right? Do you want me to show you him singing and dancing? This guy, this is who we're talking about. Look, it's 47-year-old living in his dad's back room. Let me see. I'll show you. This is him singing and dancing. 47-year-old. I know he's ruining a Madness song. It is not lost on me. Grown man there, folks. That's him singing and dancing.
Put that, you know.
Yeah, put the heating on. It is cold, isn't it? I want to see if I can find any of him actually getting trolled. I think this is
Slime I got from Korea. Quokka chips. I had no idea what a
chocolate chip.
was before
What's a chocolate trip? Oh no, boring that. He's just an all-round bad guy. Like nobody has anything to do with him, you know. Yes, I know. Madness is my favourite group as well. He'll ruin any song you like. Any song you like. There's something in there, Fonda, right? I tried in the beginning befriending him to get in there, and he does talk himself about a night about 5 years ago when he says it himself, his own words. He said he was possessed and he couldn't get it out of him. And I think he made a deal at that point to be famous. And he's never been famous, but he's always been infamous. And since then, he is dramatically... he's dramatically gotten worse. So you'll see him, as the day goes on, personality will change. Eyes change shape, like, you even change colour. People will say to me, has he got a filter on there, Deb? And I'm like, no, that's him. You just see it throughout the day as he changes. So what I do is, he'll go in the morning. I don't bother with him, I just ignore him all day. But after tea time, there's always people who will clip his live. So they get like the worst bits and clip him. So I'll go and watch them, and then I'll just go on. And I'll wait for him to go live. And when he goes live, I put him on. And basically, it's to show like the rage. And I'll say to people, look, this is him. Now watch him gaslight, and this is how he's going to do it. And then he'll do it. So it's like, oh, God, yeah, I've never noticed that before about him. So it's like that pattern thing that I have where I notice patterns. Using it on him's been really beneficial because we've cut his numbers down from about 3,500 in his lives to 300. And in I would imagine that 200 of the 300 are people, his chat's bad. Yeah, so he knows how hated he is, and he knows now that, you know, his downfall's coming. And honestly, when he goes away on Friday, I hope he gets arrested. Yeah, because everybody knows what he's up to. He's been reported to the police so many times. Just gets away with it all the time, is what he does. But there are awful people like that everywhere, aren't there? On every social media platform going. Doesn't matter where you go. There's people like that on Facebook. Somebody once said... Well, he actually said the other week that he's probably was because he was brought up on a council estate. And I was like, no, hang on a minute, I was brought up on a council estate. Lots of people are brought up on council estates. They don't believe like that. And honestly, I've seen aristocracy that are bad like that. I've seen middle-class folk that are bad like that. It happens in every culture, in every country of the world. You get nice people and you just get awful, scummy people. And that's just the way that life is, isn't it, you know? So I don't think... There's a number of lads that have gone after him and they've done it in the right way. And they're also council estate boys, you know. So he needs some street justice. And he up to now, he's got away from it. But it's coming. It's coming because people... So what he'll do now, he used to tell them where he was going dancing. So he'd say like, right, I'm going to be in Leicester Square at 3 o'clock. So now he doesn't. He'll jump on a train and he'll pop up in an area. So there's a guy called Lord Rob. I think he's on YouTube as well, Rob. He's a decent guy. He's a really decent guy. And if he knows that anybody's bad on TikTok, he will literally go and knock on the front door. Oh, I've got nothing to do with that. The lads are nothing to do with me. Do you get what I mean? They're just other content makers. They've been after him for a long time. I'm kind of new into the end of the subject. And there are a number of people who've actually gone and knocked on his front door and said, like, you know, come out, let's have a straight with you, and I won't do it. You won't do it. He phones the police all of the time, you know. It's Helen, because Ellen's one of my friends from over on TikTok, so she knows exactly what I'm talking about. I think because it's a new subject on YouTube, people don't realise how much investigation's gone into him over the years. So people, like I say, people have diligently dug deep on him, Sharon, for at least 6 years. And the slimy little shit always kind of, you know, there's that person who always just kind of weaves and just doesn't get caught. But I also believe when that happens, that all of your courts come at once. And I think that's what's happening to him now, you know? That everything around him is suddenly falling apart. So, right, I'll tell you what kind of guy he is, right, Andrew? Right, this is... Now, think on he's 47. I'm over there one day watching his live, because I have to go in a fake account so I can watch it, right? And this girl says to him, do you want to come dogging? And he went, no, I ain't even got a dog. So she went, do you know what dogging is? And he went, yeah, when you meet all your mates and take a dog for a walk. Another time, somebody in his chat told him that baby oil comes from squeezing babies. And he went, that's really tight, that. I'm not using baby oil again. He'll also tell you to dot your T's and cross your I's. I'm not lying, am I, Ellen? The other day he said, they made a right skeptical of me. He has no grasp of the English language for all the fact that he is English. And he talks really weird. He talks like Del Boy. So it's like, Pamela, Pamela, Pamela. And he has this weird London accent. So his brother's called Paul, so he goes like, Paul? So there's a lot of content there that I can take the Michael out of. And that's what I tend to do. And he talks to himself a lot, which is great content for me. Because he'll go like, I don't know why my life's not working out lately. And then I'll go like, yeah, I do, Kev Wang. I know how your life's... It's just, I can have a conversation with him and tell him exactly how I feel about him without actually having to go and track him down anywhere. But I have promised people, if he comes to Manchester, I am going to go and have a little tete-a-tete with him. Do you want to see... Andrew, I forgot about... Do you want to see this? Right, I'm going to make your day. I'm going to show him when he got arrested. Yeah, Mark's already laughing. You'll enjoy this, I promise you. This is a big meaner who's doxed me address online, by the way, and phones the police about me every day. Then asks his live stream to phone the police about me. So you can imagine, I think that's so funny. I wind him up more. I'll show you his arrest, and then you'll realise why I'm not scared of him. You ready for this? Tissues at the ready. Mr. Grimsdale. It's only a set of cuffs. Oh, Mr. Grimsdale. You see why I'm not scared of him? I am peace. That's exactly what I'm doing. He is, yeah. Now you know why I pick on him.
I went and had a look.
He goes like, phone the newspaper.
It's a bit of an over-dramatisation because of the situation at hand.
Well, he stopped crying quick then, didn't he? That was all over and done with quite fast. You're all getting sued. The arrest. I mean, number one, what's he wearing? On go the bracelets, lovely and lovely. You know, this is from the other side. Not wrong with them. Shut up, Kevin, and it'll be over and done with very quickly. Or do this. At this point, that is evading arrest. What's this lad here? It's like, what am I watching? Absolute bullies. Stop it. Phone the police. Yeah, he has full-on conversations with ChatGPT, doesn't he? He is. He's a pathetic individual. A very pathetic individual he is. That's him. That's really him. That's what he does. He's mental. That's why I watch him. That's exactly what he does. Everything is for show and like to hype it up, to get people to watch his channel. But his channel's consistently over the years done this, right? And I'll tell you why he got famous. He was never famous in the UK, ever. But he had a breakup with his girlfriend. And he cried on like, just because it doesn't hurt you, it does hurt me, it does. And loads of Americans shared it. Obviously taking the piss out of him because it was so bad. You're not allowed to start the screaming here, Ellen. And so he thinks he's famous because of that. So loads of Americans like, oh, I swear to God. He's a cross between Norman Wisdom and Frank Spencer. If they had a baby, that'd be Kevin Webber. That's what I call him, Kevin Webber. Yeah, so he goes from like appallingly mad and crying right the way through to being this demonic presence in the house. He goes around punching walls and all kinds of stuff. He's a nutter. But there's enough content in there for me to get a quality comedy show out of. His girlfriend who got a punch at you, Dave. Oh, she's called. You ready for this, Dave? She's called Tuna Tanya. Now, you yourself can guess why she's called Tuna. But he did say himself, and he was incredibly serious when he said it. He said, she smells like a bag of skips. No, you don't have to tap in here. No, you just have to like the video once, that's it. Hiya, my slice. Yeah, she smells like a... Can you imagine, Dave? Don't. He said so. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but I know all of the things that he said, and it just like, yeah. Yeah. I can't. Yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, he said, she smells like a bag of skips. There's not a cupboard door on in the kitchen. I'm not lying, right? All the doors are off in the kitchen. And when you move the pot, it left a ring, a clean pot. Like the pot had been there for so long. Oh, it made me itch. The amount of times I watch him. And then I have to go and clean my house. Wait till I introduce you to Ty. I've not introduced you to Ty yet, have I? Ellen, how am I going to do this? Right, back, Mom. This is one for you lot. American guy, Ty about. I think he's in Oregon. Unregistered, on the run. Lives with a woman in her 80s in a big house that looks like Amityville Horror. I'm not kidding. He lives upstairs in the attic. And she lives downstairs in the basement. Hold on to your socks, everyone. She's only got one leg, 2 cataracts, and had 2 strokes. Have you seen the film Sybil or Split? About multiple personalities. Well, Ty has multiple personalities, but he wears the clothes as well. Right, ready for this one, Pat Mom? He will come on dressed as an Eagle Scout. Full-on Eagle Scout. He will also, and he'll just vanish off screen really quick like that. And he'll come back on screen and he'll be dressed as Shaggy out of Scooby-Doo. I'm not kidding. Goes again, comes back on. Full-on cowboy. Stetson out the whole 9 yards. And then there's a woman version of him. And the woman version of him is very, very, very frighteningly ugly. And it watches Titanic and cries to Taylor Swift. It's a whole thing. I'm just going to go and see if it's live for you. He rants and rages at the screen constantly, all of the time, for no reason whatsoever. And there are certain trigger words that trigger him. One of them being the word construction. If you say construction in his chat, he goes mental. He just flips out. Not sure why. I think he said when he was growing up, he wanted to be an opera singer. But he can't sing. So they made him work in the family construction business. Let me just see if he's on. He's not. Sometimes he's on at this time of day. But there's a lot of American ones that I track. Jordan Paul being another one. She's a prolific bag.
Have you fucking said I stole your money?
That's Kevin.
Why are they coming in here saying that then?
That's the guy I was showing you earlier.
Okay. Right, he came through as well, didn't he?
He's not on. There's enough video of him. I'll show you the video of him.
Have you fucking said I...
This is him. Yeah, this.
Yes, I like baths.
Jennifer.
I take a bath and showers. I got a bathroom and a shower right here. It's a hop, skip, jumping away.
It's a hot skip jumping away.
Something.
He's a strange man.
Until they fucking meet me in real life. And tell me what's up.
Tell you what's
Face
up.
to face.
This is his normal day. Look at that mess behind him.
Man
Mono y mono.
to man. Mono y mono. Man to man.
You ready, Andrew?
Man to woman. It does not fucking matter to me.
Why is this so
Man to woman.
In a public goddamn setting.
He got sacked from Dairy Queen because he's not very good with the public.
Here in my town. Where I'm at.
What's his accent, Batman? He begins with "oh, where he's from," and I never get it right.
Dicks, motherfuckers.
motherfuckers?
Like I said, I won't show up for nobody anymore. I'm still not planning on eating.
You know, you go to hunger strike.
What you people fucking
No,
say.
the voice in the background is a lass called. She's called TikTok Begs.
Until they
show her.
fucking meet me in real life.
So it's her channel, and what she does is when they go live, she puts them on the channel. So I'm going to show you his charges.
How can I be down in Bazaar in Florida? Whose room slept on the Florida motel then? Dr. Dre said, hell yeah, and I got it stamped like a postcard with the mailman. And I know they're gonna hate, but I don't care. I barely can wait
Yeah,
to
it's Oregon or Ohio.
swear in the face this fucking world better prepare to get laced because
See, them some serious charges, them, aren't they?
I got that adrenaline. How can I be down in Bazaar in Florida?
So this channel's always good if you want to watch a nutter. She's really good at taking them down. So, like, she'll find out all about him. So when he was working at Dairy Queen, she'd let them know that he's not allowed to be in Dairy Queen. He's not allowed to be around young girls. So she literally phoned Dairy Queen and told him.
Tell you what's
Face
up.
to face. Mono. I'm 36.
The hard 36.
Big whoop.
Big whoop.
You would think so. Oh my god.
December 2nd.
He needs sectioning under the Dental Health Act, doesn't he?
If you
I want to try and get his different personalities. Oh, here's his story.
Mother last night
What?
on her household.
What?
alright, but you
And I went to the party and everything, enjoying myself. And here comes these three girls.
left my drink down for about a minute or two playing a game of pool and everything.
Everything.
And they walked over and mickeyed my drink. Blacked out and everything.
She's
out
really good, Batman.
on the
She is.
couch and everything.
And everything.
And law came knocking on my door a year later and arrested my butt on my 18th birthday. Secret indictment.
He was 27. He wasn't 18. The girls were 14.
The people wanted to drop the charges and everything. It was too late.
Because she had a baby
wanted
to him.
Make him name for himself, so we made a plea bargain. Under false pretenses and under false accusations. I did 2.5 years. Got out and everything, doing good, and everything went back in because violations after violations and everything with my officer and everything. So after I got out for the final time, got myself right. I've been registering for a very, very long time.
He's a worrying man, isn't he? A very worrying man.
Have you fucking said I stole your money?
He's just gone live. Yeah, you don't plead if you're innocent, do you? When he says his baby mama, she was one of the young girls. Oh, have you lost it? No way, there's nothing worse, is there? I'm getting hungry, mate. I'm going to stay on for 10 minutes and then I'm going to get something to eat. So this is Kevin entertaining people. Is anyone in from London? Know where he is? I want to show you his comments. They're never good. They're never ever good. Oh my God, it's out again. So he'll do this till about 5 o'clock. I seem to be a nutter magnet, don't I? You can't hear a word he says because he has his phone next to the speaker. So it doesn't matter what he says, you don't hear it. Little shit. There's a ghost in this house, keeps knocking my phone off. When I go over there to TikTok, and I do you do TikTok, Batman? Because I'll go over there about 5, 6 o'clock, and I'll be on all night because it'll be performing all night long. Himself, Paul. I'm not lying. People will back me up. Oh, he never knows the words, does he ever? He's had those clothes in at least a month. He went to Spain, was there months, didn't take any clothes. He had the same clothes on all the time. He's minging. Everyone on the island that knows him cannot stand him. I don't know what I fancy for me tea. I might just have some soup again. I had soup yesterday and it was nice. This is his rapping, this. He's worked hard at this. It's dreadful, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I could eat that. Spaghetti bolognese. So I'm going to show you my channel on TikTok because I'm going to be moving over there after me tea.
Have you fucking said I stole your money?
He's an awful person, he really is. Those top 3 accounts there that you see there are what I live stream from. But it's the very top account. You want that Born a Tinker Deb. because I'm going to be streaming my stream through that one because he can't get me done. Now, you can come, Andrew, and have an herbal appetizer over on TikTok. People do not mind if you have an edible and stuff like that. You quite often partake of a chocolate. We have a laugh.
I said I stole your money. Why are they coming in here saying that then? That's all bullshit, mate.
Now, I don't know if everybody in Finchley talks like that.
Yeah, I'm too right. You were battling me. Have you fucking said I stole your money?
What he does is, he has control of his brother's bank account and his brother's PayPal. And he forced his brother online onto TikTok. And whatever his brother earns, he will only give him half of it. And last night, for the first time, people were able to get through to his brother and tell him what was happening. And his brother stood up to him. And he was like, no, not anymore. I don't want you involved in my TikTok channel. I want you to stay away from me and leave me alone and all of that. And then it was really bad. There was a really bad domestic in the house. And then after I'd gone to bed, he forced his brother to make a video saying, like, I made it all up. I didn't mean it. You know, that typical, oh, I'm really sorry. It was my fault. I said something to set him off and I shouldn't have said it kind of thing. It was that kind of video. And I thought, I'm having you tomorrow. I am having you tomorrow. Every single person in the house is scared of you. You know? And, like, I'm just going to keep saying, I don't understand why the family are not involved. Because it won't be happening to my dad. I'll tell you that now. Would not be happening to my dad. I'd make sure of that. But nobody seems to do anything. They just seem to leave him to it, like. And I know that's the British way for some people. But for me, oh, this kid's with him 1 minute. That is worrying because that is his preferred demographic. Oh, they've gone. Good on you. I'm just going to leave him on there in case anyone comes and, like, tries to get him. Because I won't mind watching it if they do. Oh, people have done welfare checks. They've contacted the police. They've contacted the family. They've contacted social services. They've contacted his landlord. The problem we have is he has so many trolls that also do that with bogus reports, that when the real ones are coming in, they're not being acted upon. So, like, several people yesterday, yeah, he does, Andrew. Yesterday, several people rang the police after what was happening in the house, and they didn't even attend. Last week, it was really bad. He hurt his brother last week, tore his coat, and you could hear him hitting him. So loads of people phoned, and the police didn't bother coming out till 3 in the morning. And by then, obviously, the younger brother had left home to get away from him. And he just, every time the police come to the door for a welfare check, he doesn't let them in. I know, it's worrying, isn't it? But this is what he does. This is his content. He doesn't make any money at it, so it makes him angry. Yeah, Andrew, he does. You can tell, you know, when people are on TikTok, they battle. So there'll be him in one box, and there'll be like a young bird over here, or like an attractive lady. He don't look at her at any point. But if a young lad comes on in the other box, he can't take his eyes off him. It's weird. It's really weird. Everything about him is weird. He dresses like a young kid. He acts like a young kid. You ought to hear the conversations he tells you. So I know so much about his mum and dad's marriage simply from what he's told on Alive. So he said, like, people said to him, why does your dad hate you? And he went, my dad's always hated me. He's always bullied me. But when I was 13, and my mum was knocking about with her boyfriend downstairs, and my dad was upstairs, I didn't tell him. I also know that they were married 10 years, and she went off with another fella and had a set of twins to him. He tells you all of his family's dirty business. And then he gets mad then when the trolls use it against him. Do you get what I mean? Because that's what happens. You give them enough. He's not froze. This is just what he does. You give him enough ammunition, and then when they attack him back with it, he gets irate. Well, don't give him any information about your family, And then they wouldn't have anything to attack you back on, would they, you know? He can't even, don't really bother singing, he can't hear it. And he only knows one, he's like a toddler in the bath. He only knows one word in 10. What does that say? Russell Square. So that'll give us a clue as to where he is. People will go looking for him. This is what happens. He'll pop up and people find where he is and they'll go to get him. But he phones the police. If anybody says anything, he'll phone the police. Right, he's mad. He has the police on speed dial. Oh, you just annoy me. Just want to get him and shake him. I'm going to leave him there. If anyone comes and attacks him, I'll turn it round, I promise. I got 5 more minutes in me and then I've got to go and take some painkillers and have something to eat. I think I'm going to have a cheese sandwich and some soup. Unless Mark wants to go out and get something. You never know with Mark. It'll consist of meat, some form of meat. But yeah, I don't fancy watching Kevin Stood in the Rain. I'm going to leave that. Leave him there with it. And then pop back on TikTok in a bit when I'm a bit more lively. Problem is I don't have any orange juice products. The second-hand cringe that I get is of excellence level achieved. He makes me do, I'm like that when he's on. Like, oh. And you know, I think, do people think that all English people are like this? You know, when he battles people from across the world and I think, do they think that, like, oh, Paul, that's not very original. Come back with another one. Yeah. It doesn't get any better. It just gets worse for the rest of the day. He just gets angrier and angrier and angrier. So I'm going to go. Bye, Batmum. I'm going to get off. Go and get myself something to eat and get settled. And I'll join you across on TikTok. I don't know, about half an hour or so. But yeah, I'll see you over there.